every generation, there comes a moment when the flame of legacy must ignite again, or be buried beneath the ashes of time. Avatar, Fire and Ash, is that moment. A spark in the wind. A rebirth through flame. This isn't just another Avatar tale. This is the bridge between eras, where the embers of the past meet the fury of the future. For fans who have held their breath since the legend of Korra, this is the next great chapter, and perhaps the boldest yet. Set to release in 2025. Avatar, Fire and Ash is the latest animated feature from Avatar Studios. Produced in partnership with Paramount and Nickelodeon Animation, directed by series veterans Lauren Montgomery and overseen by franchise creators Michael Dante DiMartino and Brian Konietzko, this film promises to return the world of bending to the big screen with a cinematic force we haven't seen since Sozi. Comet, the voice cast is still being kept under wraps. But what we do know is this. The story follows the Earth Avatar succeeding Korra, a young protagonist born into a divided, increasingly industrialized world where balance is more elusive than ever, while runtime specifics remain unconfirmed. Early production art and teaser footage suggest a sweeping narrative rich with action, spiritual themes, and political unrest. So what is Fire and Ash truly about? From the limited synopsis and behind-the-scenes reveals, we know the New Earth Avatar is tasked not just with restoring balance between the nations, but confronting the deeper question of what balance even means in a world that has evolved beyond the traditional roles of the Avatar, with benders and non-benders now existing in fragile harmony, and technology blurring the lines between the spiritual and material. The Avatar finds themselves caught in a cultural wildfire, one where every decision ignites conflict, and peace is no longer a given. This isn't a return to the old ways, it's a reckoning with what comes next. The trailer, though brief, speaks volumes. It opens with haunting flute music over a desert landscape cracked and scorched, perhaps hinting at both spiritual decay and environmental crisis. A mysterious voice intones, "The fire that once cleansed, now consumes." We see glimpses of ancient temples crumbling, new metallic cities rising, and our young Avatar cloaked and alone, standing at the edge of a cliff overlooking a land torn between past and future. There's a moment, just a second long, where their eyes glow with the Avatar state, but behind that power is hesitation, fear, doubt. It's a subtle nod to the complex emotional journey ahead. Visually, Fire and Ash looks absolutely breathtaking. The animation style blends the hand-drawn beauty of The Last Airbender with modern fluidity, sharper angles, richer color palettes, and gorgeously choreographed bending sequences that feel cinematic in scope. There's a clear return to elemental symbolism. Lava flows through city streets, airbenders train atop skyscrapers, and water tribes now wield both tradition and tech. It's as if the four nations have evolved, but not necessarily in harmony. The world building is clearly ambitious. Fans are theorizing that a new villain, possibly a rogue spiritual entity, or a radical political movement, is threatening the Avatar's role altogether. Some even believe the film will explore whether the Avatar cycle should continue or be ended. That's a bold narrative direction, one that reflects real-world themes of identity, legacy, and the burden of inherited responsibility. And considering how Korra left us with questions about Rava, Vatu, and the roots of the Avatar line, Fire and Ash might be diving into those ancient conflicts once again, only now. With the Earth Kingdom at the center of a global crisis, what excites fans most, though, is the promise of returning lore. Though this is a brand new Avatar, the spirit of Aang, Korra, and their predecessors still looms large. There are hints in the trailer, a glimpse of an old glider, murals depicting past avatars, and even the eerie sound of a certain lion turtle in the background score that suggests this story won't forget where it came from. It will honor the past while pushing the story forward. We might not get direct appearances from Aang or Korra, but their legacies are etched into every frame. And let's talk expectations. With Avatar Studios officially back in the game, fans are hoping this is just the beginning of a new animated era. If Fire and Ash delivers both an emotional storytelling and visual grandeur, it could pave the way for more films, series, and maybe even new mediums of Avatar storytelling. In a world dominated by live-action reboots, this movie could remind Hollywood why the original vision mattered so much. Because it wasn't just about bending the elements, it was about bending the rules of what animation could be: mature, meaningful, and deeply human. So, is Avatar, Fire and Ash worth the hype? All signs point to yes. With the original creators back in control, a fresh yet familiar world to explore, and a new avatar ready to face fire and shadow. This film might reignite the fandom in ways we haven't seen since 2008. Whether you're a lifelong fan or a new arrival, this is one animated journey you won't want to miss. Now it's your turn. What do you think about the next avatar being from the Earth Kingdom? What secrets do you think the fire and ash are hiding? And could this be the beginning of a larger animated Avatar universe? Drop your theories, hopes, or critiques in the comments below. If you loved the original series, or are just ready for animation with real soul, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our deep dives and trailer breakdowns as we get closer to release. Until then, keep your flame alive, and never stop seeking balance.